Hello and welcome to the Dave and Josh show. I'm Dave and my co-host.
And I'm Josh.
Well, how's it been?
How's it been? It's been very well since the last time we've recorded, which was about an hour ago. But yes, it's been great.
Yeah, I mean, you've done a lot in an hour. All I've done is eat lunch and sit here and wait for you to come back.
Well,
like a dog waiting for its owner to come back home.
I don't know. Well, I've done a run. That didn't prove too difficult. I've been doing this Garmin thing, as I've mentioned in a previous podcast. I've been doing this run thing, and it's progressively getting harder. But then all of a sudden, it just gave me like a fucking mammoth task on Saturday, and I had to run by a load of protesters and all sorts. And today was a bit easier, and then it gets harder Wednesday, and then Saturday it just fucks me. It's meant to be. People are going to laugh at this. I'm meant to be running 5K, so 5 kilometers, which is like 3.3 miles or something, and I can't run for shit. So I'm training to do that. And then, so Saturday was 2 miles, straight 2 miles. And then this Saturday is going to be 4 miles. But it's meant to be a gradual thing. So good luck to my legs, because they're going to be nice and sore. And I'm going to be nice and out of breath. So here's to being healthy. Which is something we were discussing, actually, before we press record. You said about your diet.
Yes. Last year I screwed my back up. I don't know how. It's probably because I put a shitload of weight on.
We also said you didn't. So
I went. Me and my 10-year-old nephew fuck about all the time. Just he's trained to be a boxer. So I went to pick him up like I usually do, and my fucking back popped, and I collapsed on the floor. I couldn't breathe. Holy shit, I can't speak.
I had actually a similar situation. Well, I picked up my nephew, this is embarrassing because he's a lot younger, so he's probably going to be a lot lighter. But I actually had a little bit of an injury from a mosh pit, right? And on my right shoulder, and then I picked up my fucking nephew, and it just felt like it come out of my, like, it didn't fall out, but it kind of felt like it went in and out, or out and in. And I was like, whoa, for like my shoulders. And I can literally feel pain in my shoulder blade right now. So send a chiropractor any second.
That's what you get for trying to get into the McDonald's play area.
But I was literally holding like that, and it's fucking...
So I picked my nephew up, underarm, like I used to, and my back went... I dropped. I couldn't breathe. Everyone was laughing at me, thinking I was joking, until I started punching the floor because I couldn't breathe. Mum looked at my face, so I was turning different fucking colours. And she was like, "Oh, I thought you was joking," until you started turning purple.
I thought that was a trick.
No. So it got worse. So I went to a chiropractor, and he basically said, "You're fat." He didn't say it in such a horrible way, but he said, "You're fat. You're overweight. You're overweight for the height you are as well. So you need to lose weight. Because if not, your back's not going to heal. Nothing else is going to work. And all you're going to do is, before you hit 30, you'll be in hospital having a triple bypass."
Okay.
So I had to sort my dog out at the time because she had it wasn't a cancerous tumor. It's just a big
tumor,
cyst/fat spot.
Yeah.
So we were sorting her out because there was like a 10% chance that she was going to survive the operation.
Yeah.
Luckily, she's still with us because she's a stubborn old dog. She takes after me. And so I couldn't go back for another appointment. So every time I called for another appointment, they wouldn't answer. Mum was making excuses up for them. I said, "Stop with the bullshit," because as much as I want to think, they're too busy to answer, it's bullshit because they had 4 people on the desk. Chiropractors aren't that fucking busy. It turns out it's because we missed one appointment and we won't pay up front. We won't pay like £600 up front to get 14 sessions out the way. Okay. So as soon as they said I had to lose weight, I went to the local store and I bought a load of fresh food. And since the beginning of this year, I've taken out. I do have setbacks. I do have days where I do like snack and whatnot, but I don't over snack like I used to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am closer to 20 stone now from nearly 25. It works. You just have to cut your shit out.
Yes.
So I don't have butter that often. Only if I've got no sauce, I need to have bread in a sandwich or something.
Some sort of like moisture.
Well, yeah, you
get some thick water.
Oh yeah. If you've seen the last episode, we're planning on, when we get a few more subscribers, we're planning on doing the thick water challenge. But I think it'll be interesting.
Part of me hopes that we don't get any subscribers because I really don't want to do that challenge. I'll give it a go though. Fuck it.
But yeah, I've got out all the shit. I have a day where I specifically have
Specifically, yes, yeah.
Where I'll have like a bit more junk food.
Yeah.
Than I have throughout the week or whatever. So like I don't eat biscuits or anything. So on that day I'll have like 2 or 3 biscuits.
Yeah.
But I have my meals in reverse. It depends on the day and how hungry I feel on the day. But I usually have 1.5 meals. And then I'll have a bowl of cereals before I go to bed. Because there's nothing worse going to bed on an empty stomach.
There isn't. As long as you're not having too much sugar before you go to bed, like in terms of...
no.
Because otherwise it'll be hyping you up just before you go to bed and you think, well...
I have coffee before I go to bed. I don't think sugar's going to affect me.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I don't... Look how dark my coffee actually is. That's believe it or not, that's light compared to how I usually have it.
How many ice cubes do you need for it? I know making it cold, but fucking hell.
It's so I don't have to go and get another drink. I wait for the ice cubes to melt. Tops it back up.
Science, bitch.
Yeah. No, but honestly, fucking ice has helped a lot because it tricks your mind into thinking you're eating.
Yeah.
But obviously, if you're already skinny and you're trying to lose weight, don't fucking do it because it's pointless. Even if you think you're fat, you're not.
But a lot of people use, say, like a smaller plate. So they'll basically your mind subliminally, and this is good sort of. If you're taking anything from this, is that your plate size? Yeah. See. If you take anything from this episode, then use a smaller plate because your mind subliminally says, I will finish this plate. And if you're having a smaller plate, it's not as much as a normal plate. So you'll say, I'm full. You're more likely to say you're full having a smaller plate than having a big plate with less amount. Yeah.
See, I only use a big plate is if I'm having noodles or cold noodles because I cook them and then I rinse them off in cold water. And then I mix them with salad. And I'll have chicken. Or I'll have a steak what I've cooked or whatever. But I found out the biggest reason why I was putting weight on was because I was eating frozen food. Not saying that or processed food where you only have to put it in the oven for like 10
minutes.
Yeah. I'm not saying it has the effect as it did on me with everyone. I'm saying that if you've got a slow metabolism, you're best off cooking from fresh if you can afford to.
Well, I actually tried to be more vegetarian-like before I moved, because I eat a lot of meat. I eat a lot of meat, but I try to cut that down, and then just entirely not have it for a whole week. And I don't find, but I actually found that I was eating a lot unhealthier because a lot of replacement stuff for a vegetarian meat-based or meat, you know what I'm trying to say. I'm fucking having a meltdown here. The replacements. I need me some of your iced coffee. A lot of the meat replacement vegan vegetarian meals are still packed full of like shit, basically. I don't know how to word it. There's some great ones out there, but like some of the ones at like your general superstores, Tesco and all that sort of lark, yeah, they're not all that good. You have to eat leafy sort of vegetable things completely from scratch. When I'd done this, I was like, well, okay, let me do what I normally do. So like a meat, I can't even think. It's like a katsu curry. I'd make all that, and then but I'd buy something that's literally like pre-breaded, which
that's what fucks everything up.
Yeah, and it would be like frozen and that sort of stuff, rather than buying like, I'll just don't have fucking meat to it, just have the sauce and salad or rice.
See, that fake burger, that fake meat what they fetched out, it's actually more unhealthy for you than actual meat is.
Well, that seems to be a similarity with a lot of things. It's you think about the McDonald's salad or whatever it is. It's like some of that's apparently, whether it's true or not, apparently it's got more like salt or sugar in than like most of the Big Macs. What's the point?
Well, Subways. If you've noticed in the past 10 years, Subways no longer say eat fresh.
Oh, really? I've not noticed.
Because they didn't want that to don't want anything to do with Jared, and that was his catchphrase. Holy shit! And also, someone found out the shit they used to keep the salad fresh, because it's very rare. It's very rare. 1 second, sorry. It's very rare for the salad to go bad.
Yeah.
So they don't change it out that often. And I'll send you the video to it so you can have a watch. There's a guy who looks at all the ingredients for ways, and the stuff what's in a yoga mat, what's been put onto the salad and inside the bread. So that's why the bread lasts so long without going moldy.
It's strange.
It's, you know, I mean, I'm not saying anything bad against Subways. I used to eat it a lot. But now, not from watching the video or anything, I lost the taste for it from how much I ate.
Yeah.
And now when I go past the store, I can't handle the smell.
I'm not a big fan of Subway. I just find they're sort of bland, and you go in there and I like, well, there's a few things I can say about them, but they're just not the freshest things. Are they the freshest company? Are they?
No.
I won't go into depth, but like, the way they handle their food.
No fast food place, even if it says it's 100% fresh, it's not. What? Unless you're watching them, like by McDonald's, they say their burgers are fresh. They're not. They're pre-cooked. Same with Burger King.
Well, yeah, you go into them, and I had someone else say that to me. And if you go into McDonald's, they don't really hide it. Well, they're not trying to hide it, I don't think. But you even notice they have like little trays. I don't work in Tesco, so people will be able to inform me if they do work at Tesco. McDonald's. They have little trays and stuff where they put like the patties that's pre-cooked, but that warms it up just so when you have it. And that's the thing, you'll never have a hot McDonald's.
See, when
big up Five Guys, you can see it being cooked and given to you straight away. It's nice and warm.
But say with Urban, Urban's fucking beautiful. It's like Five Guys, but it's like £10 cheaper than Five Guys.
Yeah, so that's money. That's money. Dig at Five Guys, so expensive.
But you pay for what you get.
Yeah,
It's only like going to a restaurant or a pub and buying a burger and stuff. And you go to a restaurant and buy one of the ultra deluxe burgers, you're looking at £20 odd for the deluxe thing. So to get a deluxe from McDonald's, from Urban or Five Guys, it's a lot cheaper in, you know. But if you go to McDonald's, if you're a family of four, you go to McDonald's, you're going to spend 40 quid if you're all going to have decent sized meals.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So you go to Urban, you spend 30 quid on 4 burgers, your drinks, and a large chips, what feeds 4 people.
Yeah, I mean, I usually, when it's me and my missus, I was going to say other half, we're not married.
Oh, you might as well be.
Yeah. But when we've gone Five Guys, 2 of us is usually around £25-26. You think, that is fucking mental. That's for literally chips, a burger, and a drink. Like, I'd say bottomless drink. That's a Nandos term, isn't it? But like, just a drink you can.
All the drinks from the States, believe it or not.
What about them from States?
The term bottomless drinks comes from the States.
Oh, right, yeah.
Because obviously over there, if you buy like, got water on my keyboard. If you've got, I don't know, you go to 7-Eleven, one of the gas stations over there, you can buy their mug and it's got a barcode. You can go to any 7-Eleven, well, you used to when I lived over there, and you could refill it as many times as you want and just pay 99 cents each time. But then if you go to like a shopping outlet,
that's a good idea.
And you buy a bottomless drink at a fast food joint, as long as you've got that cup, you can go back and refill it. No matter whereabouts you've been. If you've still got that container, you can refill it.
That is a really good idea, because I drove to Lake District in October last year, and I live obviously near London, so that's quite a trek. It was the longest journey I've ever driven, and I stopped off like two, 3 times. I think I was fucking exhausted. I don't often do long journeys anyway in the car, but each time I was having coffee, stretch my legs, have coffee and whatever. If you had some sort of thing like that and you was like, oh yeah, well, this welcome break station, whatever you call it, just buy a mug and then you can go up and down, even if it was like one journey. So you're like, oh, it only lasts for a day. Or I've got like 2 coffees for free.
It's like when you go to Universal Studios.
Yeah.
If you go to one of their indoor restaurants and you buy one of their big plastic container cups, I think I've got one somewhere. If you
expensive, man.
They're about $5.
Oh, well, yeah.
They're about $5, but then it's like you buy a tag for $2 and then you scan this barcode on your cup. And as long as you've prepaid the $2, there's a time limit on it. So you refill it, then you have to wait about an hour and a half before you can go and refill it again. Yeah, which is fair.
Yeah,
I mean,
you do get piss takers, don't you?
Yeah, especially when it comes to the Brits and stuff. People say the Americans are bad. It's not. I've seen it. It's the fucking Brits, especially the little shits. The little kids and stuff who think they can push it and take a sip, switch it over, take another sip, switch it over. That's why they had to put time limit on it.
Yeah, I feel like in a sense, though, where America has that quite often, stuff like bottomless drinks, you can't really tell. You're not really getting anything for free if it's quite common. In this country, you have to pay for every single thing you do. So if you have something like bottomless drinks at Nando's, everyone, all of a sudden I'm gonna like mix like Fanta with lemonade and Coke with Sprite and whatever else. So then it becomes, I'll experiment because I never get this opportunity. Little shit UK people, little British people.
But yeah, I mean, I mostly drink now. I can't even eat any type of sweets because now, I mean, my uncle fetched me some wine gums because he keeps getting them as a gift.
Yeah.
Because he looks after his son's dog.
Yeah.
So he gets them in payment.
Mm-hmm.
And he fetches me them. And my nieces are here, so I don't want any interference.
I'll pick them up for you. Do you back again?
Pick them up and throw them out the window.
Then you start going blue again.
Yeah. But yeah, we've been cutting out all the shit and everything. All the sweet stuff. My teeth can't handle. But what are you going to do?
Well, we used to have a thing that America, I'm pretty certain, still has it. I'm sure you'll be able to inform me. But we had a Pepsi Blue for a very short time.
They had it. It was fucking spot on. They stopped selling it because the blue dye was causing people to go fucking apeshit. There was something in the blue dye what made kids fucking run up walls and everything.
E-numbers.
And then they fetched it back out.
Yeah, I've had it recently.
They fetched it out over here.
Yeah.
And it tastes like fucking shit. Tasted nothing like it used to. Like it had mint flavour to it. It's like, why? It's supposed to be raspberry.
I can't remember where it used to taste like, but I had it recently. I had a little off license near mine. Sell it. And I was like, fucking hell, Pepsi Blue? Well, yeah. I was going to say Pepsi Max Blue. It's Pepsi Blue, isn't it? Yeah.
It did have a Max bomb, but it was so bad.
Well,
so bad.
You ever have a hangover? I swear by Lucasade, because it has
I can't suffer hangovers.
What? Oh, you don't really get drunk, do you?
I don't. I've had two people try and get me drunk. I've had my friend Cody, who lives in the States. He drinks nearly every day, and when he parties, he drinks. I mean, he drinks. Like, passes out, drinks. And he tried to fucking spoon me on the settee when he was drunk. So I had to pick him up and take him to his girlfriend, who was sleeping in the
You're spooning the wrong person.
bedroom. And then I had Josh, my friend Josh, our friend Josh, when I was at his house. He tried to get me drunk. That was interesting. He said I was drunk, but I wasn't, because I went down and apologized. I went down to apologize to his mum for fetching him back drunk.
Me and Josh have been drunk before. That was good times.
Well, when you finally get your ass down here, we'll have to all meet up.
You say that, I would have been up already. It's just the situations right now. Any excuse. I got meat in my. I think I got meat in my tooth, or some sort of food. But yeah, hangovers, Lucasade, perfect for us. It's the glucose in it. I'm pretty certain that's what helps. But what's really annoying is a bit of a ball buster. If you're like really pissed and really fancy like a nice drink, Lucasade's gone so shit. They've changed the recipe for it. However, I think I found it in a co-op or something one time, and then it was like the original recipe, and I was like, "Oh my god, drinking it like it's amazing." The new one's like crap. I mean, I don't drink Diet Coke. That shit's. Some people don't like full fat Coke because it's like, oh, it makes your teeth feel furry. It does after a while, but I mean, full fat Coke.
I drink Coke.
You don't drink Diet?
I can't drink any type of Coke. Coke actually cripples me. It puts me on the floor with fucking such a bad stomach pain. It's unreal.
What is that?
I've no idea. There's something in here what fucking screws my intestines up. It feels like they're being tied and fucking chopped up.
Horrible. Yeah, I always drink full fat drinks if I can help it. I much, and that sounds the opposite to what I'm really blurry. Sounds the opposite to what most people say, but like full fat is just sugar. It's bad, but then fucking the other stuff tastes like pills. Tastes like fucking sweetener. What are you laughing at? You've lost your.
I've never heard anybody say full fat drinks. I've heard them say full sugar, but never full fat.
Well, you know what I mean. Full fucking full of bollocks. Why am I going blur?
Oh wow!
I'm mad.
Excuse me, sir. Would you like a full fat Coke?
Is it full sugar? Because
It's not fat, because fat equals to like grease and shit.
Oh, yeah, but it's like full. I don't know. I swear it's full fat. Because the other stuff's sugar. The other stuff's sugar free.
Let's find out.
Sugar free, so it wouldn't be full sugar because there's no sugar in the other stuff. It's just sugar. Itchy moustache.
Fucking full fat sugar Coke.
Meanwhile, you've already got some guy from like some Colombia or something. He's like, "Oh, like, are you talking about cocaine?"
I do see people say full fat Coke. Let's see what they say. I don't understand why people say it. Are they being dumb? Oh, fuck's sake.
And the piss. Hang on, scroll down. It's full fat though, man. Wait, but that doesn't make sense. No, this is the thing. Why would it be full sugar if there's no fucking sugar in the other stuff? You see my? No, I'm making a fucking statement here. Why would it be? Why would it be full sugar if one thing has sugar and the other thing doesn't? It's sweetener, which isn't a form of sugar. It's sugar free. So why would one? It wouldn't be full sugar. It'd just be sugar. Coke sugar.
Here we go.
Coke fucking sugar free. Hang on. No, you don't say. No, you don't. You say it because you get sugar and fat mixed up, which is really wrong. But yes, I am What? Pedantic. Fucking retard. Retarded. Pedantic. I think it's meant to be a joke. No, it's not. It's not a joke. I fucking say it. I think loads of people say it. It's full fat Coke.
Honestly, for the 28 years I've been around,
all that sugar in it. You never heard that?
For the 28 years I've been around on this small rock we call home.
Hold on.
No.
Hang on. Highlight that second. It is because there's lots of sugar in full fat Coke quotation, where there is none in. Yeah, you put none in Diet Coke, which uses.
See, that's false.
What?
Where it says there's none in Diet Coke or Coke Zero, there is sugar in it. It's just under the scientific names.
Well, yeah, no, it's the typical sweetness sort of side of it. But yeah, the sugar adds up to a lot of calories, and it is actually the calories that can cause you to become fat as your body stores fat when there is excess in calories. That it doesn't need. The term full fat probably I can't speak today. Partially comes from the fact that there's non-sugar Coke is quote unquote Diet Coke. Which suggests that the normal Coke has more fat in it, as people associate being fat with fat content. Yeah. But this guy's on my fucking... No, it's Lauren. Lauren G23. Nice one. But there's no actual fat in it. Well, there's no fucking sugar in sugar-free.
There is, though.
In sugar-free. In
It's the saccharin. Even in zero, the saccharin is artificial sugar.
well, it's artificial. That's what I mean by
But
it.
it's still sugar, though.
Yeah. But it's not your. It's not your average sugar. Either way,
Still
man,
makes you fat as fuck.
it's still fucking full fat, man. It's no that
Take the
full sugar. Here's a. You said about about little facts of the episodes. Yeah. Here's a fact for you. I've got 2 facts. Do you want to hear 2 facts?
Why not?
Fact number 1. I'm probably going to forget the next one. Fact number 1. You've heard of. I haven't done that for quote unquote donkey's ears. No, I said that. So I said that the wrong way around. Donkey's ears. Have you heard that saying before? I haven't seen Pepsi Blue in donkey's ears. Actually, the original was Pepsi. I need a fucking break, man. I'm fucking struggling.
We'll have a break soon if you want.
No, I'm fine. Donkey's ears was the original. It was the length of their ears are quite long. So I hadn't. You go, I haven't done that in donkey's ears. But some people have changed it over years and years and years, and it's become donkey's years. I've done it in donkey's years, or donkeys, if you're from down south.
So, did you know Coca-Cola used to have cocaine?
I did know that. Back in is it like that early 90s?
I think it was.
Yeah.
It was recently. It was recently when they changed it.
No, I'm sure like it was like 1900. Yeah, early 90s.
That's when it first came out, but they recently took the cocaine out of the recipe.
2019.
I think it was 16, but it was very, very recently.
What the fuck are you? Oh, pork. I'll tell you why you're doing that. I'll tell you go on. I just had to make it.
Yeah.
Coriander, nutmeg. Whoa.
Even had fucking alcohol.
Alcohol in your Coca-Cola. If you hear some tapping, by the way, that's my neighbours, so I do apologise. They are making a racket in their garden. For a little shake of coca.
That's the cocaine.
What liquid cocaine? I imagine it's.
So, what's fact number 2, Dave?
Fact number 2. Do you know where the saying "Saved by the Bell" come from?
Yeah, the TV show from the late 80s, early 90s.
Nope. Saved by the Bell was originally. I don't know how to start it out, basically, because I want it to be like really cool, but I'll just say it as it is. Saved by the Bell is basically they used to bury a shit ton of people who were actually like in comas and stuff. They weren't fully dead, so they weren't responsive, but they weren't dead. So they'd bury them, and
I know this one.
To find out basically they were dead. They weren't dead. So what they used to do is in their coffins, draw a hole, bury them just like they normally would, and tie a bit of string around their finger. And then that would be fed through the coffin and the soil. And there'd be a bell. And you'd be laying there, coming out of your coma, and you'd twitch, and then the bell would go. So if you're like a normal, like alive person walking around the graveyards, you'd hear a bell going, you'd know that person's alive. So you'd dig him up and you saved his life. Yeah, so saved by the bell. Apparently that's a fact. There's apparently another one about grave shift. There's something about grave shift. Because I can't think now. I can't remember that one. I'll remember that next time. Go on.
Did you know that still happens? Being buried alive. because there's certain things what make your heartbeat so slow that they don't pick up even on the heart monitors.
All right.
So if you've got a slow pulse, the normal techniques aren't going to work.
By the way, you're still share screening. Yeah.
Well, I'll give them something to laugh about.
It's your background. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it does still happen. So there's people who wake up on the morgue table, like inches away from being dissected to see how they died. There's been rare cases where people have actually woken up due to the sheer pain of the scalpel going down to the Y-shape to the autopsy.
So that's horrible. To me, I'm just thinking like, if you have surgery, pre-planned surgery, and you think, well, I don't want to wake up mid like anesthetic. You think that'd be horrible. Someone cutting you open. Imagine that. That'd be fucking horrible.
Well, there was that. This is a true fact. You can look up as well.
Yeah.
There's been cases where people have had brain surgery, and they've been known, which they put under anaesthesia to get knocked out. But they've woke up and had chats with the doctors, asking how everything's going. But yeah, it's interesting. But it turns out doctors prefer to be awake if you're having a brain surgery.
That sounds like horror to me. Fuck that. I never want that. To be fair, I never want brain surgery. Might need it.
They prefer it because if they so say you've got a cyst on the brain, which is real. I've seen it. Or if they're trying to fix nerve endings in your brain, they rather keep you awake just in case they nip the wrong part of your brain. So they'll be talking to you.
Yeah.
And then if they hit the wrong part of the brain and you start slurring because obviously they've hit something they shouldn't have, they can repair it there and then. Instead of waiting for you to wake up and then figure out later on that they've fucking destroyed your central cortex of the brain.
Central lobe or whatever it's called, that. If I remember what it's called. And there was a conversation I don't know if you'd have seen or heard this from this. I know you don't personally watch Joe Rogan's podcast, but he had Elon Musk on there, and he was speaking about having a neuro like chip in your head. And if you know Elon Musk, you know, like, it's fucking scary because he says something and he can do it. SpaceX is a given example. They're saying apparently it could be 5 years. It could be as short as 5 years, but it's more likely to be 10 years where we may not have to actually speak. Like, we won't have to speak to each other. I don't believe it, but then he's been fucking true. He's been right where he said certain things. I mean, I'm sure there's a montage of him saying certain things and being wrong. There always is with people like that. But apparently what it is you'll have an inch out of your skull and it will like connect to your brain, and it can help people with, say, epilepsy. Because obviously your brain causes epilepsy, and it could help blindness. I imagine it's not as simple as just you're blind and that's it. I mean, if you've got some sort of like messaging to go into your brain, it will help you. Not you've got to replace your eyeballs. But yeah, and then apparently it could be a case of we could sort of potentially would it be telepathically talking? It's not really a thing, is it?
Yeah, because it's mind-to-mind conversations, not.
Joe Rogan said something about being more like aliens. Can you think about them they've all got big heads and they don't really speak. They all sort of like telepathically know what each other, and it will help. It will help with what's it called? Like understanding. Sorry, 2 seconds. It'll help with understanding. So if I'm like, okay, well, I'm trying to say what I'm saying now, and I can't get it out, and then you're like, oh, no, you mean, because my mind thinks it, but my lips won't say it exactly how my head says it. So it is interesting to see where we'll be in like 5-10 years if that's the case.
See, I don't want any sort of chip inside me because then you're easy to track.
Apparently, there's things where like you can. Go on. Go on.
I understand that. Yeah, it's going to help in the long run, but I don't want a chip inside me. So some fucking shadow organization can keep tracks of me.
Yeah, my concern is like the typical Google thing that they're saying. Apparently, like Google knows where you are, Google knows who you are, Google knows what you are, he knows what you like, or he or she, it, whatever, knows everything about you. And having a neuro implant chip, imagine someone. My instant first thought was, if everyone had one of these and you fucking hated someone, and this is like really morbid, if someone like had a chip in their head and that damaged it, it's like powering off someone. So if you was in a fist fight with someone and you punched it and it broke, you would kill someone instantly. Like obviously punching someone in the head doesn't always kill someone. If you had this and it broke it, it's like smashing your PC tower, like hard drive sort of thing. So it just shuts down the whole entire computer. Imagine that. It's like, oh, it's got to punch and break this like memory card in your head, and then that's it.
Have you ever watched a show on Netflix called Altered Carbon?
No.
Watch that and then get back to me. There's 2 seasons.
Okay.
They're just over an hour long each episode.
Okay, I'll check it out. Altered Carbon.
Yeah.
What?
It's you're talking about what we're talking about, but that show is closer to this reality than any other future show I've seen.
Well, that's what I was going to say, is the fact that like a lot of people kind of say this is what life's going to be like in however long. I mean, how long's a bit of a string? But have you played the game Detroit Become Human, or whatever it was actually called? Did you play Detroit?
I got bored of it.
So yeah, I stopped playing it, but like I do really want to continue with it. I enjoyed it, but yeah, you basically got half human, half like robots. And you think that, to me, doesn't seem too dissimilar to what Elon Musk is saying. So I'm sort of thinking, well, what route are we going here?
The time we're living in now, with all the Black Lives Matter and All Lives Matter movements, all this other stuff what's going on, which I try and keep away. Obviously, you know my opinion on shit.
Yeah.
So I having the power to take control over someone's actions and stuff is only going to make it easier to enslave people than anything else.
My watch light was on. I kind of get what you're saying. This, like the whole Google thing, yeah. If they don't like you a certain way, they can probably change you. They can power you. And I also feel like, this is a weird one, but have you ever seen the film Robots? It's not even a Disney movie. I can't think it is. DreamWorks? Something.
Oh, do you mean that one with the late and great Robin Williams? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So fucking hate that movie as a kid.
Do you like it now, though?
I've watched it. I've watched it a couple of times. Some of it I'm not a fan of, but obviously the older I get, the more I understand it's the shit what's happened in that movie is actually happening now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, but there's a bad guy in it that goes like, everyone needs upgrades. So what they were doing before, they just basically like recycled old stuff and made do. And now this company is taking things away and saying you can't have scrap no more. You need the best and greatest. Which I kind of feel is like he's kind of what Apple does. They'll give you they'll give you an option and you buy it, but then there's a fucking problem with it in terms of like, well, I need a charger, but then you need to buy the specific charger for it. You need a specific case or whatever the case is. And yeah, so they create a problem, but you have to buy the solution. So it's just more money towards Apple. I find like robots was a perfect example that like upgrades people, upgrades. Yeah, you'll be kind of like, oh, well, fuck you. You can't afford to buy an upgrade for your Neuro Link thing. And then that's it. You either go with us or you don't. But such a weird conversation.
Apple's new full Macintosh, fully upgraded.
Yeah.
It comes up to $60,000.
Wow.
That's full maxed out. Don't include the editing software and shit you need.
It does surprise me.
The monitor.
Go on.
You have to buy the monitor stand and the monitor separate.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? It was bad enough when they took the headphone jack out the fucking phone. Yeah. But now you need the stand as well as the monitor. That makes no fucking sense. And then they've got the balls to fetch out the wheels for the tower.
Yeah.
$600 a go.
Exactly.
It's like, how can you charge that much?
But the problem is, it's not even like, you think they'd be made out of gold or something. I mean, gold is expensive.
No, it's metal and plastic. It's like the fucking wheels I've got in my chair.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's like, why? You know, don't get me wrong. I mean, I've got a Mac there, what I use for music. I mean, I don't use it as much as I should, but, you know.
Would you create music?
I've got an iPhone. Yeah. Well, I have to buy GarageBand. I really don't want to have to buy something I should be getting for free.
iPhone game.
Well, it's like I wouldn't change from an iPhone because I don't like Android.
I don't understand Android. Like, I'm sure I could pick it up. I see someone, like, you ever get someone who goes, oh, can you take this photo, please, of us or whatever? And I'm like, how the fuck does this work? It's not too dissimilar, but there are bits I'm just like, hold on. And especially given a point where you've got like seconds to, you don't look like an idiot where you're sort of like, what the fuck? What is this piece of technology? When like you're in 2020 and you just look like a fool. But
you don't also want them thinking, oh, the perv is looking through all my pictures.
Well, that's the thing, yeah. You don't want to like start like, oh, I'll just swipe, and they're like, whoa, you're going through my phone or something. I mean, because I'm pretty certain that's how it works on an iPhone, doesn't it? If you're on the camera part, but you swipe, it goes through your old photos. So it's like you don't want to just start swiping. Oh yeah, that's a nice one of you. And do you know what I mean?
Well, I didn't expect that. I mean, look at them. Yeah.
Oh, send me that.
No wonder your missus doesn't look happy.
For fuck's sake. I shortly have to go, so I don't know if you want to call it there, and then
yeah, we can do
another episode shortly after. I'll make a phone call. Do. So it's a bit annoying, but yeah, abrupt ending. But it's me, isn't it?
Yes.
It's me. But I was going to say, what is up? It's the wrong way. Okay, hang on. Let me get this. Let me fucking...
Not until the next video.
That's the next video. This has been the Dave and Josh show. I have been Dave. This has been...
Josh.
And thank you for joining us once again. Join us next time as we continue our little conversations here about Neuralinks and weird space design stuff. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all those good things. Once again, cheers.
Thank you.
Bye.